Hello guys, I think YouTube lacks ordinary Ukrainian perspective on Russian war in Ukraine and Ukrainian counteroffensive, so today I will make a brief and quite personal subjective update on the situation on the front lines. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion, so if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight. Informational war is very real. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. So, I am not a professional military expert, I am a professional Ukrainian, and I can tell you about the things that Ukrainians are worried or excited about. One of the things that did irritate us a lot, the fact that so many spectators all over the world were waiting for Rambo-like Ukrainian counteroffensive and cannot notice real signs of some positive changes, like the escape of Russian Navy from the Black Sea or Russian inability to get new cities and territories in Ukraine. I know this may not sound very victorious, but we are fighting with the largest country in the world, with the largest evil empire that has 140 million people it is ready to sacrifice for any BS Putin wants. And they actually are excited about that. Ukraine is a democratic country that cares about the life of each of its soldiers. So I honestly did not want it to be like a nuclear explosion and millions dead. This is something that goes against the Ukrainian vision of our future. And remember, these are our lands, so we care about them. We are not ready to commit ecocides or other stuff that Russians often do. So, what I consider important is the fact that Black Sea Navy, Russian Black Sea Navy escaped from the Black Sea, that no regional centers or other important connection centers were occupied. And despite huge mid waves of Russian soldiers who were sent to die in Ukraine, we are able to stop them and not let them move deeper inside Ukraine. And all of that without F-16, without long-range missiles, and taking care about Ukrainian lives, which is a very good result, I'd say. So, remember to subscribe, and this is a good way to demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine and spread more information about my country, our fight, because this is for democracy, not just for Ukraine. And what is also important to remember that the winter has come. I know some of you think it's better for soldiers, but I wouldn't say so. Of course, maybe it's better than cold autumn rains, but it's not that simple as in spring or in summer. What is also important, Ukraine is a big country, and the climate and the weather differs. For example, now in the north it can be really cold with the temperatures really below zero, and in the south it is still warm and it may remain warm. They don't have that much frosty days, and all the tanks and weapons can get stuck in this very specific mud, and for example the evacuation of the wounded is really difficult. So what we see as the most important things right now in Ukrainian front lines, this is of course AVDIIVKA, where Russians kill approximately 1,200, 1,300 their own soldiers per day. Perhaps they want to set the world record of how many they can kill per day. But with such resources that they throw in that meat grinder, I don't know what do they want to achieve, and even why on earth they need AVDIIVKA that much. It is a small regional center next to Donetsk, so perhaps they feel that Ukrainians can get Donetsk back, and we will. Like, share, subscribe to see that in some near future, but that is how they want to back up Donetsk. And they kill thousands of people. I am terrified to think what happens in that part. And especially taking into account that Russians totally do not care about their wounded and about the dead ones. This is another problem of ecocide there, something that was similar to Bakhmut. A good update is about Kherson region. Once again, the operation and the building of Plацdarm for Ukrainian armed forces continues on the left bank. You know that even the Russian general recently died in Kherson region when he took a walk through the fields that were previously mined by his own soldiers. A very Russian way to die. Honestly, this will be pretty dark humor, but what can you do? It's the only way to survive through war, that if you just let Russians, they will kill themselves very effectively. Like in AVDIIVKA, they kill thousands per day. Their generals are walking through the minefields that were mined by their own soldiers. But unfortunately, they also use a lot of weapons to destroy Ukrainian lives and infrastructure. That's why we have to stop them. We cannot simply observe how they destroy themselves. And also, they like smoking, you know, that on their strategic military objects. Anyway, it is sad that we have such a neighbor, and it is sad that so many countries in different corners of the world still treat Putin as a president. He is a war criminal. An international criminal court has an order to arrest him. He cannot travel freely to any free country. So let's see him captured, imprisoned, and possibly hanged. Let me know what are the other topics you would like me to discuss in my daily videos. Remember, I am a professional Ukrainian, not a professional military, but unfortunately many Ukrainians are now professional military too. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons. Remember to join me on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter. And also we have a Discord community and a beautiful merch shop where you can find t-shirts, sweatshirts, caps, cups, and all the things that remind about Ukraine and work as good conversation starters. But most importantly, thank you for standing with Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!